Hey all, Dr. Jared here. Wanted to invite you to a unique opportunity that we have here at Chiropractic First, which is our summer masterclass and podcast lineup. So, in lieu of doing a new masterclass, we wanted to bring back our top five most listened to or most watched masterclasses over the last 2 years, as well as offering two podcasts as master classes that just have excellent information. And so I'm going to go over a little bit about each one, but ultimately, we're offering between now, if you watch or listen to them between now and August 6th, $10 supplement credit for up to two of these seven choices. So the first one is our sleep masterclass. Probably our most popular one, sleep being something that so many people miss. And one of the things, if you're not super familiar with sleep, is the large difference between the amount of hours you sleep to the amount of REM sleep that you get to the amount of deep sleep that you get, and the healing and trauma processing, and how it affects your mood, how it affects so many growth hormone, testosterone, women's hormones, kids growth factors. And so that sleep masterclass is absolutely excellent. So that would be a great choice. We have our Battle Ready, which is our cancer prevention and cancer management seminar, which has a whole bunch of natural resources and thoughts on helping your body be a true cancer killer. We have our heart disease seminar, which heart disease still the top killer in America today, and a whole bunch of things even more recent over these last 5 years that have led to an increase in heart attacks, strokes, and heart-related events, how to manage them naturally, how to potentially know if you're on the right medications, how to be able to help yourself get off medications or treat it more with supplementation or diet or lifestyle or any of those things. The next masterclass is our type 2 diabetes masterclass. So prevention, reversal. Yes, type 2 diabetes is often reversible with the right plans and programs. And as many of you know, we do have a full-time nutritionist on staff here, Mackenzie, who can go through things like food and a whole variety of other aspects that could contribute to diabetes and blood sugar issues and all the effects, including being a large, if not the largest contributor to heart-related events. Next one, and the fifth one, is tips for raising healthier families. While we all strive and care very much for our families, our children, there are a lot of times where certain things, maybe even thought of as healthy, can actually be harmful for kids, and also ways to both cost effectively and time effectively help kids grow healthier, prevent disease, reverse disease. And if you really look at the deep down, I mean, how much as parents or grandparents or fun aunts and uncles do we care about the health of children? It's famously said that, a man can have a million wishes, or a healthy man can have a million wishes, but an unhealthy one has just one. And so many people are being stripped of their health, unfortunately, often through their choices. So if you know that you're somebody who needs to have better health, I would so strongly encourage you to watch one or more of these master classes and really take responsibility and control of your health. The last two are podcasts. They are Joe Rogan podcasts. They are specifically being offered due to the content and the guest on the podcast. So whether you like or don't like Joe Rogan, it's really not the purpose of me bringing them up. But ultimately, the first podcast that I would very strongly recommend is with Gary Brecka. If you've never heard of Gary Brecka, he was one of the top people for going over blood work for life insurance. So if you're going to be issued life insurance, where if you die, they pay out a certain amount, hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. He was who looked, and he goes through a whole series of studies, medications, things that you can do to prevent. And one reason I like his research is, if you think about it, if a medical professional makes a mistake or misses something on blood work, the cost is only to the patient. If a life insurance company misses something on the blood work, they pay out hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars because they can miss it and the person passes away. And so one of the really cool things that Gary Brecka talks about is cost-effective genetic testing and genetic testing to supplement so that you won't know what type of supplements to take. Some of you may remember we did a genetic seminar about a month ago, a little over a month ago. And so he really talks in depth. So if you would like to utilize healthy living or supplementation with your genetics, it's a great podcast to learn from. And also, if you meet with Mackenzie, the nutritionist, we actually offer the same test that he offers. He offers it for around $800. We offer it for $300 or less. So it's an opportunity where we offer it literally at our cost. So something that you may want to take advantage of. And then lastly, Robert Kennedy Jr. So if you're not familiar with Robert Kennedy Jr., I believe he may still be in the running for a presidential candidate, but more and irregardless of that, he is most famous for his law portion where he really addresses injustices in America. And he originally was first famous for manufacturing plants that were dumping heavy metals into lakes and rivers in the East Coast. And one of the things that they showed is that the heavy metals got to such a high enough quantity that IQ of children in those areas dropped by 9 points compared to the national average. And he's also gotten involved in holistic living. He's also gotten involved in vaccine research. And he wrote a book called The Real Anthony Fauci. And actually one of my favorite things that Joe Rogan says on there is, I didn't want to read this, but what I realized is that this book either has to be true or you'd be getting sued horrifically for slander. And I just want to ask if there are any open lawsuits currently against you. And Robert Kennedy famously says no. So food for thought, great master classes, stuff to listen to, read, educate yourself with. And of course, we just support healthy education so well that you can receive supplement credit if you choose to do so. So sign up at the front desk and they'll send you the links to these videos or podcasts. Have a very blessed day.